Welcome to KBW. This is your double or nothing review and reveal of who wins the inaugural AEW Championship Predictions patch.
That's right, the patch, ladies and gentlemen. Which, if you watched our
last episode,
but also what did where we pull this out again? Do you remember?
Our
Wrestle Crate?
Crate
From Pro Wrestling Tees.
Payment came out for the new one, so
we'll be in that one
for that one. And
excited to see how the Kings one, right? This is the Kings one.
Yes.
So we'll be seeing doing that.
I hope Matt Riddle has a cool one.
Looking for that. That'll be fun. So yes, we're gonna go over who won. Now, do you want to announce at the end of the show, or do you want to announce it now and then we can go over stuff? How do you want to do this?
Let's announce first.
Okay.
This way it's done and over with.
Okay.
And then whoever wins can gloat, and then we'll go over our answers.
Okay. So I have a feeling I know who won this one.
I don't know.
So I'll go with me since I won the last one. We'll go with my score first.
Okay.
That seems fair, right?
Fair enough.
So according to the Excel sheet we came up with, which was done through our
Pro Wrestle Scorecards?
Pro Wrestle Scorecards. I put it into an Excel sheet with all the answers, and I had 34 points.
It's not bad for a review that for a company we've never seen before.
So we'll see. Do I hold the belt? But Mr. Pep over here ends up with 42. So your first ever. By the way, he has been a first ever 3 times now. Even though I technically won this belt the first time and we just gave it to him, but that's neither here nor there. That's why I haven't lost it yet. Your first ever 3rd time in a row with the patch. White Pepper!
I was really surprised with your range.
You're welcome. How you feel the range, man? We sing.
People I want to thank.
Who do you want to thank for the patch?
I want to thank first and foremost myself. Secondly, myself.
There you go.
And
They call me disrespectful.
I'd like to thank John Moxley.
Yes, without John Moxley, this would not be possible.
Either was a couple of my it was a great time. I'm very happy to be winning this patch. And I hope to keep it. I don't know if what they're doing as far as the next one.
The Fighter Flight or Fighter
the
Fest?
Fighter Fest. I don't know if that's a pay-per-view or they can put
I'm not sure if that. Definitely know
or
all
they
that.
glorified house shows for now.
We definitely know all that is the next guaranteed pay-per-view.
He's not talking to his groin. There's a dog under there.
Yeah, Roxy.
It looks like you just said sorry, Roxy.
I said sorry, Roxy.
Keep your stuff. You gotta be careful, man.
Roxy, so that's it. So at least this will be on the line on August, right?
August 30th.
August 30th is All Out, which will definitely be on the line for, but there is 2 pay-per-views, I'm pretty sure, in between there.
Fighter Fest and Fight for the Fall.
Fight for the Fall and Fighter Fest. There's 2 events happening in between there.
So we might.
But I don't think they're going to be pay-per-views only because of what they announced when they came out and Cody talked about this week.
Yeah,
he said they're not going to make people spend $50. So it may be a show, an online YouTube thing, which we still could put up for. I mean, technically, it's still pay-per-view.
If it's something we can watch, then I'm
I mean, as long as it's a card that comes out that we can score. Even if Pro Wrestling Scorecards doesn't do one, we can even do
like a simple one. Without
if they have some matches in there, if we want to put it up. Again, good chance up to you if you want to defend it anywhere, anytime, any place.
Sorry, it is not
24/7. Apologize. Different. Sorry, that's a crap show. We're talking about a great show.
About them yet.
Let's talk about the great show that we have right here that happens Saturday night.
Okay,
and you know what? The first one. Let's talk about the buy-in portion of it.
Buy-in is first.
So
first and foremost, we had the Casino Battle Royale.
Yes, the Royale itself.
So this was it, man. This was the first ever anything in AEW history.
Considered AEW, even though all it was part of it.
Right, but it wasn't AEW yet. So first ever part, and you noticed that it was the first ever event ever. They kind of originally were it looked like there's some confusion going on with the suits coming out and like they weren't announcing them originally. Suddenly there's 4 people in the ring and then suddenly this. It was like they didn't announce them then 2 suits in they started to announce who was actually coming out.
Yeah.
But of course the first suit had everybody's favorite guy to hate, MJF, in the crowd, and MJF is winning among all people here. On SmackDown last night, I know we don't want to mention the show, but we only mention it because AEW related. During SmackDown last night,
and Raw, by the way, went too. But
I forget who was doing a promo. I believe Daniel Bryan was doing a promo, and there was a giant sign that they said they did wind up confiscating. but
I
the
heard
sign
it, yeah.
was gigantic, and it said, "You aren't MJF."
Yeah.
So AEW's already making waves in WWE in multiple ways.
And the other way was Monday Night Raw, which again we'll get to in episode 16. But they did a promo with Sami Zayn in the electric chair. And you could ask me anything. Even ask about AEW or however he put it. I can't fully remember how it was.
Exactly how he put it.
And the entire crowd
like blew up. Like
went crazy. Like,
nuggets.
AEW. They went chanting.
That was like the third time they ever had that
They
chant
chanted
going.
insane. But the best part is they cut that out. If you did not watch Raw live, you
will
cannot
never
see it
again.
at all because WWE cut the entire that portion of the segment out.
Yep.
Because of how bad it was.
They don't want to
even
have
though
that.
they told him to say it that way, they still blamed him for saying it.
Allegedly.
There's no alleged or blaming. Sorry, still coming off being sick this weekend. It's been a rough one.
So, Casino Battle Royale, a lot of fun moments, a lot of good moments.
The only thing that you got right here
strange moments.
was the first elimination.
That Michael Nakazawa was
Yeah.
going to be eliminated first?
Yeah,
Of course he was. He's the gimmick wrestler. He literally oiled himself up to get out of someone's submission hold or something like that. Someone was holding him. He pulled the oil out of his fucking trunks. And farting trunks, and he did this, and he just oiled himself up, and then slithered out. He's not, from what I know, I don't think of him as, he's not like a real technical wrestler, so like, he was in it, he got a couple laughs.
Joke wrestler for it. Yeah.
He's out there, got a couple laughs, they got him on out there.
Other than that, dude, but speaking of, my only big thing is this whole big thing around Shawn Spears, and what a disappointment, in all honesty. He was in and out like that, man.
Well, they said,
they
asked
and
him.
I'm not disrespecting him. It was just it was a quick boom, and he was gone. I was like, damn, like I thought I want to see a little more.
They asked him, and he said, well, he was contacted only like a few weeks ago. Like, he hasn't really been involved in all this for that long. So he said, just participating in it and getting my name back out there was fine as a great start. He knew he wasn't going to be like, oh, they wouldn't let me win the Battle Royal. No, he didn't win the Royal this time. But you probably will. Like, he looks like he has a really good future. We had, of course, I believe his name was Orange something. And no, not Orange. You glad I ate banana.
Popsicle Orange.
Jesus Christ, I can't remember this man's name.
Luchasaurus.
I literally was watching. Luchasaurus was amazing.
That was, dude, he was phenomenal. I'm trying to remember. I know you're talking about. Oh gosh.
But he beat up Tommy Dreamer with very light kicks.
Oh no, I think Jimmy Havoc with the stapler.
Oh no! This guy, he came in. He's like a sloth of fighting. I almost crapped my pants because the announcers came off of it perfect. The crowd went with it. This dude literally, like, he came in, hands in his pocket. He gave him like 3 little kicks to the shin, but they were like this.
Oh really?
And the fans were going, whoa, whoa, and you hear the announcers are like, oh my god, Tommy Dreamer's going to need crutches after this, and all you see in the background is MJF, and he's
did I go too far? I'm trying to remember. Was it before?
No.
It's after this, right?
This is too early, yeah. And you literally see MJF. Oh yeah, this is way early because Glacier's goofy ass is still in there. Like, this guy doesn't spend a lot of time in there. He literally comes out to do something and leaves.
That's something.
Orange Montoya, something like that. I think he was already in it.
No, you're talking him, right?
Nope. No, his gear isn't orange.
Oh, that's right. That was
Okay, Tommy Dreamer's in
Tommy
there.
Dreamer with the trash can.
Not too much further in. Jimmy Havoc
Jimmy
enjoys
Havoc.
that. Because it's going to be a cool death
The
match.
Diamond Cutter.
A lot of people use the Diamond Cutter in this, and it wasn't ever them. So Tommy Dreamer gets all psyched.
Oh, the pants. The pants is what's psyching me up with Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah, he's the greatest of all time.
Where is it?
I think it should be any minute, because I gotta see who's on the ground here.
I'm trying to...
He might be one of these guys here. Woo! You'll see him. He comes in jeans, and that's it. Orange is orange. I know his name is Orange, but it's Orange Mandarin or some shit.
No, it's Hangman's getting ready to come out right here. This is where Hangman comes out, right?
Shouldn't. Yeah, well, I think Hangman might already be in the ring when this.
No, he's not in yet. Oh, he's gonna be in already? Because there's Hangman coming in now.
No. He was only in for like a minute.
Yeah, see, there's Hangman.
He might have been after. I think he was after Hangman came in though. Yeah,
Hangman's
because like
21st entrant.
it doesn't matter. This guy floats in. He's
Why
he
do I
just
remember
floats
this
in.
guy? The orange
Got
popsicle, like
him.
Lucha, like the Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah,
After
that was
the
a weird
match?
one too. The Super Mario Brothers. No, keep going. Because I think that AC Romero is out.
Busted knee, picked him up.
This dude, this is the craziest elimination of all of them. Why would you do this? Zip! There you
Ooh,
How
yeah,
about
that
now?
was nuts.
go. While he's looking, I'm gonna get this thing going. So MJF he had one of the best showings I think of anybody in the show because there he is.
That's not. Oh, there we go.
Look at this.
The 22nd man in the 21 medal. Orange
Orange
Cassidy.
Cassidy.
Heavy leather.
Orange Cassidy. Not trying to get done by
No.
TNT at all. Orange, I was wanting to hear it. Orange Cassidy. There you go. So we can
Look
have
at
a
these
little more.
kicks. Look at these kicks.
These kicks are fantastic.
Oh. That man took him down in his prime. This is my favorite part. Now Tommy Dreamer's like, all right, man. All right. Good for you. Good for you. I'm gonna,
So
I'm
yeah,
gonna have to take
this
your
was
ass out.
a fun match.
Kip up. Yeah. Greatest thing. It was a fun match. There was a lot that, obviously, it's your first show ever. There's going to be some things that you need to improve on. Real fun match.
Yeah, so
Having
they had a lot of errors.
having Hangman as the 21st entrant
Oh.
and Jimmy Havoc is stapling people.
That was the best part, was having stapling people.
But
That's,
Jimmy
what
Havoc.
that's why you got Jimmy Havoc right there, honestly. That was the whole point of Jimmy Havoc.
So you're gonna have. You saw some guys come out. This that you knew were gonna be bigger deals.
Did a lot better than I thought, honestly.
Jungle Boy came out of it good. Luchasaurus came out of it good. Jimmy Havoc came out of it good. And of course, I think the one who you're going to see the most of in this thing is going to be, of course, MJF. MJF is going to destroy this. Not destroy in a bad way. He's going to be one of the best things to come out of the AEW. Come out of AEW in general. So of course, Adam Hangman Page gets the 21st entry. He wins the Battle Royal.
Yes,
Joey
he does.
Janela died, but I think he's alive again. Luchasaurus chokeslammed him out of the ring, and I think he landed through his face. Joey Janela, that's after he had
landed through everything.
He also had a lit cigarette stapled to his forehead by Jimmy Havoc, and you could see just the little smoke coming out the top. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen, but.
Yeah,
Casino Battle
Jimmy Havoc had
Royale
fun.
for a first match, it was good. The crowd was hyped after it. That's really all you were looking for in this match.
You got this was
And-
the buying purpose that had people want to buy
Yes.
the actual
Right. Like,
the actual pay per
watch
view.
this, and I'm telling you.
And that alone, seeing Jimmy Havoc take the staple gun out was like, yo, you gotta purchase it because everything else is gonna be crazy from there on out.
Yeah.
The next match, in my opinion, no offense, I thought it was gonna be better. I was disappointed in both people here. More or less, I mean, they hyped up Sammy Guevara, I think, and Kip Sabian was really the standout star in this one.
I like Kip Sabian better than I like Sam Guevara.
I like Kip Sabian. I just think they hyped up Sammy Guevara so much more than what he really is. And it's not. I'm not trying to disrespect Sammy Guevara at all. I mean, I know his character, but I think they didn't even talk about. If you watch Kip Sabian in not well known stuff, obviously you know he can do what he can do. But like there was no hype around him as much, so everyone was expecting Sammy Guevara to do way more stuff.
Oh, without doubt.
And he was not as productive as you wanted, really.
No, not at all. So I'm looking for, like you said, you gotta look for more in that kind of a match. But it was the last one of the buy-in. The crowd was in it. It's not like the crowd wasn't in it. I'll give you that. The crowd was ready to go. So you had a hot crowd. This ends, and of course they bring out the Elite. So the Elite coming out to kind of give you like that, welcome to AEW, welcome to our brand new company. Are you guys ready to go? And everybody's just pumped. They go off. They start the show off. And here we go with Strong Hearts versus SCU. SCU come out in these matching, almost like a Apollo shorts with the America stuff
American
going
stuff
on.
all over it. And it was funny because they promoted that on their all being elite.
Where they keep
Scorpio
trying to
went
get
into
Scorpio
wear
Skies
old
shorts.
from All In.
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm not wearing. They say Scorpio Sky on them.
I say Scorpio Sky. All right, just wash them before you give me
Yeah.
legs.
Just wash them.
So SCU does take this match over the Strong Hearts, but Sean Hart looked really badass.
But
SCU.
let's talk about
Scorpio Sky is my guy.
okay, let's talk about what they
Athletic.
did here. They showcased Scorpio Sky finally. You know what Christopher Daniels can do. You know what
Frankie
Frank
Kazarian.
Kazarian can do. But you've never really seen Scorpio Sky as much, unless you've watched them in independent stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you saw these two, the two that I just previously mentioned, in TNA Wrestling. You saw them in the Impact Zone. Excuse me. That's where they were prominent. You saw that. That was my first seeing Christopher Daniels back in the day.
Yeah.
Was Impact with Frank Kazarian. So you saw both these guys in that. Whereas people who didn't really watch mainstream didn't get to see Scorpio Sky, and they showcased Scorpio Sky like there was no tomorrow and what he could do, and it was great to see. It was.
So athletic, man. I didn't know how truly athletic he was. Man, if that dude's not the most athletic dude I've seen in a while. I thought it was a great match. It was 10, 11 minutes. It was quick. They burned through it. They did what they had to do. Crowd was on fire after this match. And SCU gets the victory. Next up, we wound up having the...
Wasn't the
I believe
six-man
it's...
tag, right?
No, I think Britt Baker was first, wasn't it? It was Britt
Was she
Baker and
first?
Isla Rose first?
Maybe that was it. The
Yeah, this one was like in the middle.
four-women
They
match.
kind of put that in there in the middle. I don't know.
Maybe it was. So the
So-
four-women match, the four-women, original three, and then Awesome
Three.
Kong, again, from
I tricked
Impact
Brandy
Wrestling.
Rhodes because Brandy Rhodes came out in wrestling gear. So I was like, oh, Brandy Rhodes is the fourth.
Oh,
Okay.
Brady Rose is pulling a Stephanie McMahon.
And then,
That's what I thought.
And then here she comes and she says it's going to
Thankfully
be
she didn't.
awesome. And I was
Thankfully
like,
she didn't.
oh, what
Unless
about
she
that
can wrestle,
means?
but
I thought she was going to say, which would probably give him the biggest pop of all time, instead of saying, I just want this match to be awesome, I wanted her to say, you know what, you can bank on it. And then Sasha Banks comes out.
that would have
would've
been fantastic.
blown the damn roof off the place. Like, holy crap.
It would've.
You got Sasha Banks.
But from
on
what
the
I've
same
heard,
night.
Sasha Banks is recording for 2K20 right now.
Yeah, so she's not going to go nowhere. She's doing a pouty face.
I would
So-
love for that. I would have loved that to bag on. I would have loved that. I mean, Awesome Kong was a great surprise as well. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on Awesome Kong, but it would have been nice to see. That's all.
Oh, without doubt. But, so, Awesome Kong is the surprise entrant. Big pop. You haven't seen her in years. Apparently, something happened where she had a miscarriage, I believe, or something in that realm where it took her away from wrestling. She didn't want to do it anymore.
You could tell she was
6,
away from
7
wrestling.
years of went by without ever seeing
You got
Awesome
sound
Kong.
off of that thing?
I don't know how to do that. This is new.
There's a volume button right there.
Where, man? Point it at me.
Right there. See?
What?
Mute. Not mute.
Did you mute it?
I turned it off the mute. Hit it
Wait,
again.
you unmuted it? Mute.
Let's see if it should work. So,
Maybe.
so you could tell that she was a little out of ring shape,
Yeah, but
more or less, but she was still great put in there, and it was really just to knock off Nyla Rose.
Yeah. Nyla and her kind of went at it. Then I kind of gave you the Smiley Kylie, Britt Baker
Dr.
101.
Britt Baker.
Which was really cool.
I
To
was
see
really
them, because
hoping
I
for
honestly,
Smiley
I've
Kylie.
never seen Smiley Kylie wrestle. I will say that. I will admit that. I've never seen.
I
I've
was
seen
rooting
Britt
for
Baker
her.
a few times, but I've never seen Smiley Kylie, and I
No,
liked
she
what I
was
saw
real
out
on
of
the
her.
ground. So that was the thing that
pretty
shocked me
awesome about
somewhat. Because, I guess, so here's what they did. They wanted to showcase who people haven't seen. So obviously they were going to put Kylie Ray up there.
Right.
And that's what I love. This entire pay-per-view was really showcasing the people that people haven't really gotten to see.
Right.
Not, like, a lot of people who were there at Double or Nothing obviously knew of a lot of these people because that's what it was all about the independence. That's where this whole thing came from.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, it was the independent where you got to see a lot of these people. So like, they showcased the Kylie. They showcased Scorpio Sky. You know, they showcased actually really everyone in that the 6-man tag match as well.
Oh yeah.
But they showcased everybody here that was really not as well known. Now, again, I thought maybe with the well known would done with Britt Baker versus Nyla Rose because they've both been seen a little bit more. But it was great to see the Britt Baker Smiley Kylie match. I thought more, even though it was a 4-women match, I thought it was greater to see that. I guys not hitting the table. Sorry about that.
You took
Nick.
a high spot.
You did. Because they were able to showcase both of their abilities, and it was great for not ever being really in the ring together that I'm aware of. They had all of them really had some great in-ring chemistry all the way around here.
Yeah, that was one of the awesome parts. So of course, Dr. Britt Baker gets the victory. I feel like she is going to be the one they push in the women's division originally. Like you said, you obviously can't make everybody happy first match everywhere.
No.
They don't have until TV shows up and that becomes like a thing. It's going to be, all you're doing right now is kind of giving some people some dream matches, and matches that like you said are highlighting.
Yeah.
So Dr. Britt Baker wins this one. Again, the crowd's still on fire. So I believe after this is the best friends match. Best friends van.
I thought was that the one?
It was best friends. Then you had the 6-lady tag, and then it was Dustin, Bucks, Omega. So best friends get Angelico and Jack Evans. Jack Evans, I believe Angelico was real big in Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
I never really watched Lucha Underground because we all know Lucha history. But I'll let you know after watching Lucha on non-WWE, it makes me like them.
Man, I told you.
Because they screw people like the Lucha House Party. It
you.
looks like a bunch of goofballs running
You
around.
hate on Rey
instead of it.
Mysterio and all that stuff.
I just don't like his attitude.
But you
I
hate
don't
on
care
him.
what he does.
But no, look, you're hating his attitude. It's not his attitude. It's what. And this is what I've been trying to tell you all the time. It's what WWE is making him do. Like what WWE made Dean Ambrose do. It's not him.
Right.
It's the character that making him portray.
Yeah, but
so you can't hate
I'm annoyed
him.
by the character.
You're annoyed by Vince McMahon. What you're saying.
Well, we all know this.
But let's get back to this. Sorry, I apologize. I just gotta keep telling you.
Best friends versus Angelico and Jack Evans.
I really had more.
Holy McNuggets! This match was how many ways can we almost kill each other?
Yep.
So of course the best friends do want to get in the victory here.
I like
but
Angelico and
a
Jack
lot
Evans from this
of
one.
them Angelico and Jack Evans or Angelico. My Spanish ain't great, and they literally tore that. That was the first match I believe that like completely tore the house down. Where you're just like where you were just after that was like the holy shit chance would start. That match was good. That was a fight forever kind of match. So obviously now being it's their first ever pay-per-view, you get nervous about bad things happening production wise and stuff like that. They don't have a lot of stuff under control. So after the match ends and the best friends win and the best friends want to hug it out with Angelico and Jack Evans and they keep looking at the crowd saying should we embrace them, blah blah blah, and they look like they're about to. They're finally going to do it. They're like, yes, let's do this. Lights go out and I'm thinking, oh no, you guys screwed this up and we're going to have lights out. And so I'm live tweeting it, right? So I'm live tweeting and someone literally puts up, my power just went out. I'm not going to be able to watch the rest of this pay-per-view. And like 8 more people just went, oh my God, my power went out. And then you hear the announcers like, wait, no, their power went out. And so everybody's thinking, you screwed this up and turned the lights out. Right? You think it's the Super Bowl in New Orleans. You're like, oh no. So all of a sudden the lights come back on.
Yo.
Did he take a dive? Oh, I thought he went dive forward.
He's out for the title.
No, not today. And so lights come on and 2 gentlemen pop up. Now,
Oh, yes.
nobody knows who they are.
Come on.
Including the announcers.
No, I thought his face.
0 of them. They went, I don't know who the hell they are. Like, nobody knew because I don't think they can. It's either they don't know or they didn't give them a name
Well, listen,
yet.
I know
Because you can't
I know
call
Jim
them
Ross
it.
didn't know.
No, they didn't. They were
But,
all very
but
fucking
I thought,
useless.
what's his face knew? The masked dude. Why?
No,
Excalibur. I thought
Excalibur
Excalibur
knows.
because Excalibur is very, very well known in the underground scene.
I think it was
For
less that
Super
he
Smash
didn't
Brothers.
know. I think he knew, but they're called the Super Smash Brothers, man. If you're going to put them on
So
television,
Nintendo's gonna
I really
block
think
that ASAP.
independently, you can call yourself Sugar Ray Leonard, and it doesn't matter. But when you're part of a corporation that's going to be on weekly TV on a national station, and you're going to call yourself
Just call
Super
Smash
Smash
Brothers.
No. It sounds like sounds like they spend a lot of time in hotel rooms.
Well, I'm just saying.
Or the
Because,
Smash
look,
Bros.
Because it's been the Smash Bros, right? With their thing, and then you had remember the match with Hangman Page and Joey Ryan. You had their minions against Joey Ryan's minions, and it's the Smash Bros.
Oh, there's a lot of
against
smashing going on. So of course the lights go out a second time, and I'm like, what's going on? Lights come on again, and as he mentioned, there are now a bundle of minions around the ring. Okay,
They were the Mushroom Men.
So Apparently, yeah. So I was like, ah, it's Toad.
Yeah.
So
Well, they're the evil.
the Super
this is
Smash
evil
Bros. They beat the living hell out of
Oh,
all
both of
four of
them,
them. Okay, they were
Both teams got destroyed.
They were tossing around some moves that you were just shocked by, and the coolest thing that came out of this whole thing was at the end. Now the bigger Smash Brother, right?
The bigger of the two.
The bigger of the two, the minions formed a human throne for him to sit on, and he literally just propped up like a real boss and just sat like this, and the other one's like this.
So that was Mario.
Also looked like he was the third member of the Viking experience.
So that was
He
Mario.
had some Viking paint going.
You had Mario and Luigi. Luigi was on the stage to the
Luigi
side
did.
because he was a king. He's
Nick
never
Jackson
king.
was like, "Oh, I remember these. You can't fight me. We're called the Super Smash Brothers." Like, no,
They're
that had to
coming
be
for him.
Luigi
Yeah,
again.
they're coming for him. I guarantee.
So, tag division's gonna be so awesome. I'm real
It
pumped
is.
about that. If you have the Super Smash Brothers, Angelico, Jack Evans, Best Friends, Lucha Bros, the Young Bucks.
Don't forget Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy.
I think
That move
that should be a really dope.
That move they pulled
tag
off in
team
the Battle
also.
Royal,
Mhm.
which really is. I was getting to talk about. That was a nasty move. Just think about like, and they're a great tag team as well. I think that's
yeah,
a
cool, like opposite
and
tag too. with
speaking
Big
of
Little.
tag match, that tag match they really didn't tag anybody in. Dude, it was kind of
Which
like free
one?
for all. And the
Best
Young Bucks, no, the Young Bucks Lucha Bros match.
It was a lot of just let
It
us
was
get
just
our.
free for
It was
all.
called let us get our spots off, man.
It was.
It was the second. It was the other. It was the only title match. So just let them run. So that match was amazing. Then they came with a match that again a lot of people didn't know who they were.
It was just
but
the title review, right?
no, the 3-on-3s.
The title review was after this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. It's after this is.
Because it was this, then it was
or-
this,
oh
this,
yeah,
this.
that fault. Yeah. The title match is the second to last. Oh, the title comes right.
It was in between
After?
these two, right?
I believe
Was
it's
it
after
before?
the Cody
Oh, it was
match.
after the Cody match? Okay. I thought it was
Or
before
before
Cody
this, actually, honestly. It might be before this. So, we'll just do that right now.
Who's that? Okay.
So after the Best Friends match, all that clears up. Everybody's still going, who the hell is it? And all of a sudden, it's that English comedian, the same guy who was on the Being the Elite toward the end there, Jack Whitehall.
Whitehall, yeah.
So he came out to announce, to finally show us the title. But he says he's not going to do it. He has a guest who's going to do it for him. Bret Hart's music's hit. Holy
Wow.
I've been trying to say this now and say Jesus Christ. I'm trying to get this going, and if we can get it going on the show, even better. Instead of Jesus Christ, we're now saying God's Son. Okay, let's try it. All right, so whenever you're about to say Jesus Christ, just say God's Son. Okay, because it is His Son. Just trying to switch the game up. This is my thing. I'm trying it everywhere. I said today at work, no one blinked. No one blinked. Okay, seamlessly put it in the vocab. So we're going with it. So God's Son. So
Yeah, it was God's Son, all right.
God's Son. So here comes Brett down to the ring, and you can tell
He's
this belt was
got some
heavy.
crazy ideas.
This belt was coming heavy because he looked like he was sweating holding this thing. Like, he's holding it with both hands. Still not great. Still not great as far as the weight. So he gets in there. He's about to. He asks Hangman to come out since he'd already won his
He already
match.
won it, yep.
So you know that's the one guy who is definitely going for this title.
Oh, yep.
And then everybody's favorite comes out, MJF.
Yes.
That's
the mother
Maxwell
himself.
Whoa. Okay. Maxwell Jacob Friedman is his name. Do not call him anything else. You aren't MJF.
I will disrespect this little ass. All I want. Okay?
God's son.
Okay?
God's son. Sure. So MJF comes
After
out
what he said.
and lets them know that, what do you do when a horse got a bum leg? You shoot that mother effer's brains out. Correct. He called everybody in all the fans, quote, white trash garbage. And then he told Bret Hart that he was old. He was a real dickish here.
Yeah.
And he said,
This is where he crossed
said-
the line, I thought.
I thought it was hilarious. Oh, Bret, watch out! I'm just kidding. Remember, he's like our Hall of Fame. So, he's already winning in my book on so many levels.
He took it to a whole new level. I loved it, but I was
I'm
just like,
going to buy a Burberry scarf just so I can walk around as Jeffrey Jacob Freeman. I don't know. I'm joining the fam. So
he'll kick you out, too.
he hits. Yes, he would. So he hits a couple good lines, and then comes out. I believe Jungle Boy was the first one to come out.
It was Jungle Boy.
And he's looking. He said, "What do
and-
you? You look like a prepubescent
That's it.
teen."
Yeah.
So then
And
you're
there's
like,
who's the
whoa.
other person came out? There's
And
two.
then here comes Jimmy Havoc.
Jimmy Havoc, that was it. It was Havoc.
And there was one more. I believe there was a third.
No, it was
third
Hangman,
person.
because it was Hangman, Havoc, and Jungle Boy who carried him out afterwards.
Yeah, so that he didn't know what's going
I
on
thought it was
there.
those two.
I believe that there was I think Luchasaurus was the third one, actually. I think Luchasaurus came out with them. There was a third member, I know that.
Luchasaurus.
And so then finally, after all that riffraff goes down, Brett lifts up this gigantic title. It is beautiful. You could tell there was a lot of
God, son, I tell
WCW,
you.
but more New Japan. It
Yeah,
looked a
definitely
lot
more
like
New
the New
Japan.
Japan, the IWGP.
It was the size of like the WCW, but it was the beauty of the New Japan belts.
What it wasn't
belt.
was a giant WWE logo.
It wasn't.
Okay, it wasn't a
garbage.
giant AEW logo
No.
spread across the belt.
It was AEW. And everything else.
It was really cool.
I heard like if you watch Being Elite, the backstage portion of the whole thing after the show,
yeah, and the guy was telling you how long each thing took.
34 hours just for the diamonds and stuff like that.
Just for
I
any
think
of the
it's
glittery stuff was like 30 hours.
30-some
Not
hours
counting
just
all
for the
the,
diamonds that went into
all
that
the
thing.
studs and
And then that was it. Matt Jackson's walking around and
When Nick was walking around with
Nick
it
was
on.
walking and he had it on. He goes, man,
I think I
this
should
is good.
become
I'm
a singles
wrestler. And then lifted it up. He goes, man, this is heavy. I was like, yeah, you think?
So that title was announced. It looks pretty dope. Yeah, we only got a couple minutes left anyway. So then we get to the match of I call it the match of the night. After this one.
So the 6 women tag match that no one really knew.
Still tore the house down.
Dude, no one. The pop didn't come out when they came out to the stage, but once it ended, towards the end of it, the whole crowd was cheering. This is wrestling.
Because
I mean, they put on a show. Now there may have been some bell errors here and there.
Oops.
And
Again,
that,
first show ever. You're gonna get it.
but it wasn't the ref's fault. This was the bell operator, who she should have just taken the belt, hit him in the head with. That would have been fantastic if she did that.
That would have been hilarious. So
This was a fantastic. That was a fantastic match. Everyone put on a great show. Ryo Mizunami was fantastic. Ryo Abe was fantastic. Emi Sakura, Yuka Sakazaki,
what he said.
Akira Shida. I mean, the only one who really looked somewhat out of it was really Aja Kong, I thought. Even though she's still on
older.
point, but it was definitely, you could say she's the oldest one out of them all, and so it was a little bit slower, some of her stuff. And that was about it. Other than that, even she still put on a great show, even for it being not as up to par as what
She
these
did
other
what she
women
had
were
to
doing.
do. So it was a great little match up there. Unknowns, but the wrestling was so good, people didn't care who was wrestling, only that it was really good wrestling.
Yeah.
So obviously Aja Kong's team wins as Hikaru Shida beats Emi Sakura. Match time.
Was that the first match or the second portion of the match?
That's the actual final
That was the
finish,
final
I
one.
believe.
So the Hikaru,
Not the opposite finish, but
Hikaru
accident.
Shida's team.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm saying that wrong.
Hikaru did
So her team originally won, and then they fixed it. Okay. 'Cause I see it online. It was saying that they won, but I was like, I thought the
It
match
was
restarted.
yeah,
It was a debacle. Either way, that's who won.
they pooped on their own by accident.
Then we
but
got
great match.
then
So then I called the
blood.
match of the night. Hands down match of the night for me. Cody versus Dustin. It
This
was
was
a true
a
80s
showstopper.
story. Instead of none of them performed any high flying dippity doos like a Young Bucks or a Lucha Brothers like kind of thing where they're just gonna go do some real crazy stuff. But it was a brawl. It was a fight.
It was a straight on fight with these brothers. It was
Dustin
awesome.
said, because they asked him afterwards what busted him open, and it actually was, I believe, when he said when Randy speared him, when he went down, Cody's cane was on the ground and it has a wolf.
The wolf hit him.
And he said the wolf hit me in the face, and it hit me like flush.
Ooh.
And he goes, when it hit me, it just busted me open.
Yeah.
And he was I thought they were gonna call a match at some point because I thought you can't do this.
He
guy,
was
you're gonna die.
soaked in blood.
Yeah. So
soaked in blood.
I thought for sure this guy was gonna
but
be.
he fought through it.
But he did, and it was a great match. Cody obviously wins after like the 19th Crossroads. It was a lot. They were giving each other all
That's a
kinds of things.
23-minute match, man.
They went through the.
No, is that
gauntlet.
23? That was-
Obviously, in the beginning.
Oh, sorry, that's a 27-minute match.
Yeah.
27-minute. Or
It was
23. Yeah, it was 23.
And
I'll say another
obviously, what's really cool was, or depending who you are, but Cody did his own version of waging war or whatever he's calling it. He's saying basically it's just like letting WWE know that they're playing ball and they're trying to be part of this. When he crashed he crushed the Triple H throne with a sledgehammer.
Yeah,
A nice little innuendo
I
there
like
too.
it. Was
everything.
cheesy, but it was good.
It did
It
what
was
it had.
good.
It was a cool little cheap pop moment, but it was worth every second of it. So of course Cody wins this with a pin, and afterwards
Lots
he
and lots of
asks
blood.
his brother to be his tag partner. They were both crying as they were asking it because Dustin said he did not know what Cody was going to do to him, so he was unsure of what was about to happen to him.
I
And then
thought
to be
it was a
asked
great
that,
way.
we all were
Because
crying.
you think about it, I mean, you have brothers, I have brother. You know, you fight at the end of the day. You know, you love each other.
Mhm.
And I thought it wasn't really a show as it was. It was that's what really happens. I mean, I'll kick the shit out of my brother whenever I want to, but at the end of the day, that's my brother, and
Right.
no one lays a hand
It's
on
not my
him.
brother, right?
No one lays a hand on that. Like, that's what it is. And like, hey, let's tag up. You know, we're brothers. Let's do what we got to do. So I thought that was great. I thought it was a great
gonna be pretty
addition to the
cool
tag.
I think I don't know what pay-per-view they're doing. It's not this one. It's-
Jackson, I think it is.
Yeah, not Fighter Fest.
Yeah, I don't think it's Fight Fest at this one.
So
So let me get into the AAA Tag
the
Team
AAA,
Championship match.
the way whatever they were calling it, the Spanish version of AAA, sounded way cooler. It was like the Triple A Deuce. Oh man, it was cool sounding. But AAA titles. As we know-
First off, 15 super kicks. 15.
yeah,
That's one of the picks on this thing.
there's
15 of
there's
them.
2 guys.
You didn't even
each-
pick that many.
Each one's gonna double super.
Neither of us picked that many.
No, I didn't think. I
I
didn't know the
mean-
match was gonna go. What? It went,
They didn't show
They
it.
had the minutes on.
But that was
long enough match.
they put on probably 30-minute match, I'd say at least.
Yeah.
At least.
So of course you got the Young Bucks, the Lucha Brothers. Both are real brothers, and
You can tell that the Lucha Brothers put in a lot more work this year already. They had like what 49 matches they talked about prior to this.
they fought the night before.
Yeah, like they put in work. Whereas the Young Bucks, obviously, they've been working on this. I'm not disrespecting them in that ratio, but it was you know the talent between both of these guys. I mean, it was an amazing match, an amazing tag team match, and they didn't have to rush it like they did at All In because they were running out of time.
Yep, they gave
They-
them that.
they-
Actually
They decided to
gave
bump
them
themselves
time.
up and not be the final match purposely so that they could showcase their talents.
And Tony Khan did the timing, and they said he timed it so well for someone who's never timed a pay-per-view before that they actually had about 10 minutes left, even post final match. So Lucha Brothers get the win here after a very, very,
Lucha
very
Brothers don't
good
get the
match.
win. Young Bucks get the win.
That's what I meant
You
to
said
say.
Lucha?
One of the brothers won it.
Listen, the Lucha Brothers put on a great
So,
show.
it's a
Jeff
great
is
show
not a
by
fan
all.
of Lucha.
I like the Lucha Brothers because I think that Penta is a mean, even a
It's
singles
'cause
fighter.
WWE
amazing.
is not screwing stuff up. Speaking of that, doesn't Ambrose have a match against Penta?
He does coming up at one of these events. He also has he's also going to
Yeah, it's Fighter
New
Fest,
Japan too for something.
New Japan's got a
I
match.
forgot he's fighting Juice
Yeah.
Robinson.
Yeah. So
So
I'm
Young
excited to
Bucks
see
get the
Penta
win.
actually fight John Moxley. That'd be a great match.
Should be good.
But yeah, so Young Bucks get the win. Obviously, we thought that they were going to lose their titles, but apparently Young Bucks and Lucha Bros are
Not
fighting
yet, yeah.
in another couple of weeks or so.
In Mexico, so they're
Yeah,
probably gonna
so
get back to him
that's
in
probably
Mexico.
when the AAA titles will be lost.
Yeah.
They've been working so hard on this AEW title, which actually I wish I would have put up here. That would have been. I just don't have the picture of
Maybe
it.
we'll find it by the next episode.
Maybe.
So, obviously, to end the evening, it is my man, Chris Jericho.
First, my man, Kenny Omega.
Omega.
who I really expected to win this one.
Jericho's entrance was the coolest thing I've ever seen. He said that Cody wrote his entrance for him. It was, the lights would flash, and every time they flash back, it was somebody dressed as him in a different aspect of his career.
Yeah.
So Lionheart popped up.
He even had it in his attire, and they were saying that the pants actually that some of the things the pants may have been to his old friend Chris Benoit.
Oh,
they
yeah,
were
because it's
saying-
kind of like the cuts in them.
Yeah,
That's
the
right. That makes
cuts in
sense.
They were saying that was respect to Chris Benoit.
That makes sense, actually.
I heard.
But
Speaking of which, did you know he's coming up on 50? And this
Yeah.
man is putting on a show like
Yeah.
this?
in both things, he does that. He did four Fozzy shows that week.
Yeah.
Kid was kicking it. So this match
I can barely walk after a couple of days. This man's like jumping around for joy, doing all these crazy moves in it. Yeah, I'm impressed. I am.
Right, I know I ain't doing it. So cool spots in this. Jericho puts up a table so that there could not be a top rope jump off. What's that called? A Super Cena. By Omega. So Omega thought I'll just kick you through the damn table. So he kicks the table and knocks Jericho down. This is after somehow we still don't know where in the match, but Kenny Omega broke his nose.
I thought it was on the Judas Priest on the elbow. They say he broke his nose on that.
No,
they were saying
it was broken 3 minutes into the match. He was bleeding most of the match from his nose was done. So they don't know what it was exactly. Something hit him. So he fought this whole match basically with a broken nose,
which is fantastic.
He was jumping off. He landed on him He landed once he was down. He then leapt again off, and basically stomped him with him being underneath the table. A lot of really cool spots in this match. So obviously, I think after all the last 2 matches that had come up, it was, I guess you would say a letdown for a main event. I think, but like.
I thought it was still a great
it was
main
such
event.
a good main event, but you also, because you had so much more coming with it. So, obviously, Jericho gets the win with the Judas effect. He's been talking crap about it because he's doing his MMA training, and he said he has this up his sleeve to take down Kenny because he did like 3 code breakers and it did not stop Kenny. So, obviously, he needs to sneak a move in there that's never been seen. So, wow, got him with the Judas effect. Gets the 3.
Now, people complain about this finisher. But what people don't understand is that will knock somebody out. Like that's a legitimate painful move.
I don't care who you are. I mean, if you get elbowed in your
the elbow, the point of your elbow is painful.
If someone elbows
someone
you in
who
your
complains
face,
about this not being a good finisher,
put
your face to someone's elbow. I'll put my elbow to your face. You're gonna drop to the ground. It's that simple.
I've seen
it. It is not. That is a painful move. I mean, it's a legitimate move. It's a legitimate finisher that you shouldn't really get up from 90% of the time, maybe.
No.
So I mean, for the people to be like, "Oh, that's a lackluster," shut up. Just shut up.
It's something different.
But we thought it was over.
So
then Jericho goes off on his apology, right?
He wants his apology in the worst way. Give me my apology, guys. I told you when I win, I want my apology. And the crowd starts getting nuts, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? That the crowd is just going nuts. Now they said after this, they never told JR that Moxley was there. They said he actually likes it that way because it gives him a more genuine commentary, which he did because he hit full by God mode when JR hit you with the by God, the roof is blown off. You're like, oh, JR. And so Moxley,
I love him being there. By the way, we didn't talk about it, but JR being on this panel,
it's nice
on the thing, was
nice
fantastic.
JR doing what JR
brings back
does.
a lot of nostalgia.
So Moxley jumps in the ring, and it is a stone cold moment. It's like that's what JR called, and it was because he comes in the ring. He basically his version of the stunner. He dirty deeds Jericho.
Yep.
Bang, and everybody keeps saying that's for Mitch the Plant. Then the referee's in there. Bang, you get one too. Dirty deeds. Yep. And then he pulls Kenny up. Bang, hits him with one. He's not done yet.
Nope.
So then they start brawling as Kenny gets up and he starts fighting them.
Yeah.
They work their way all the way up the ramp.
Oh,
and then they see those big poker chips.
He climbs the poker chips, man.
Climbs the poker chips. He gives him a dirty D's on top of the poker chips. Kenny, I think, man, that'd be a cool way to end. You're just going to laying on the poker chips.
He wasn't done.
No, he gets him up. And Moxley just dumps him off these poker chips onto some portal.
It wasn't foam like in WWE. it was a panel, a wood table. I don't know what it was.
It certainly was that foam patch that.
And he just went up, and the back said "Mock." It was a fantastic. And he
had his mock shirt on, and that was it.
And then they all congratulated the fans for being there and all that kind of stuff. All in all, this was a triple A for my book.
Oh, I see what you did
like
there.
that. You didn't, yeah. This is a fantastic match. The fantastic pay-per-view all the way around. I mean, it wasn't as great of an ending as Pepper liked, but I thought it was still a great ending. I thought it was fantastic.
Oh, the ending was good for what you need to be. The match wasn't the best.
I thought the match still was a great match. Listen, that match over anything in WWE right now, hands down.
Yeah, they did a great job. First pay-per-view in the books, and I think they delivered.
They delivered hard on this one.
They let a lot of people. They put a lot of people on notice that this isn't just some wonky thing that's coming around.
There's going to be
a real business.
Pay-per-views. There's going to be some painful hits.
Some adult
Jews.
alternative.
Yep.
Perfect.
It was great. So I mean, I think it's about that time for this because we got episode 16 to get ready to do.
We still got some more to do. So
we do.
Are we bidding people to do?
We're bidding people to do. We got to on Double or Nothing review.
You better believe it.
So
from your AEW predictions champion
and his co-host,
Mr. Disrespectful.
we bid you adieu, goodbye, mwah,
and good night, bang.